Hi guys, it's Promise Sebastian here again with another awesome Blender tutorial. So today we are going to be learning how to rig a car and then how to animate it as well. So this is the custom rig I created here in Blender. It's very optimized. If you move the main controller, Z, it's going to tilt the tires as well for you. So you don't have to bother using the wheel controller as well. So it's a very functional rig. So now we can animate the main controller and then the tires are also going to move as this one is moving, and it's easy, trust me. Okay, so thanks to Catchfab for the road and the car as well. So if you need this blend file, they are all on the description link. From my experience learning and using Blender, it's best to learn with your Blender on so you follow along. So I'm going to delete this now. So I'm going to be importing our car now. So I'm going to use the file now and then append. So it's a Blender file, so I'm going to append it, and then I went over to the folder where I have the file now, which is my car folder. So like I said, you can get the car file from the description link. So now I'll head over to the blend file now, and then select the car and then append now. So I'm going to go to collection and then select the collection, then append. So I'm going to have the car here right away. So if I try to grab the different bodies, so G to grab this one, you can see the body is different and the tire is different. But then we need to join this tire with the wheels. So to do that, we just select the wheels you have there, select the wheel and hold shift and select the tires, Control J to join the wheel with the tire. So I will do same for this other one now. Select the wheel now, hold shift, select the tire, Control J to join. And then same for this one as well. Select the wheel there, hold shift, select the tire, Control J to join. And then for this one as well, select the wheel first and then hold shift, Control J to join. So now we've joined the tires now. So I'm going to move over to the solid preview mode now. So now we are going to be adding an empties, a lot of empties. First, we are going to add a sphere for the tires. The sphere is going to be controlling the tires. So shift A now and then head over to empty now, and then I'm going to add a sphere. So look at it here. So now I'm going to name it wheel controller or tire controller. Tire control. So I'm going to enter now. So I'm going to resize it, X to resize it to the size of the car there. And then I'm going to duplicate it as well. Right click, duplicate, then place this guy here. Then hold D and then G to kind of keep this guy somewhere here. So right click, duplicate again to place this guy somewhere here. And then right click again, duplicate, and then keep this guy somewhere here. So now don't bother whether it's aligned or aligned. We are going to use the align to cursor now to get it at the exact point. So now we are going to add another two other empty, the plane axis empty and then the main control. So shift A now to add another empty. From the empty here, I'm going to add the plane axis here, and then G to grab, keep it at the top there. So let me use the Z flat view now, and then G to grab, keep it at the top of the card there. Then I'm going to add another one now, shift E now to add an empty now, then a single arrow. So I'm going to drag this arrow up now. So G to grab this up now, then Z, then G to bring this guy here, then X to scale this guy, then arrow to kind of rotate this on the X axis, and then minus 90. So it's moving, it's facing forward. So I'm going to use the Z flat view, G to kind of grab this guy to the back there, then X to kind of scale it as much as I can. So it's almost the size of the car, kind of a G, and then Y again to bring it down, and then G, Z again to bring it up now. So I'm going to bring this sphere down, and then this other sphere down close to the tires where it should be. So now we are going to grab this plane axis up now. So G and then Z to keep the plane axis at the top there. So now we have the whole empty we need now. So now I'm going to name this empty now. I'm going to name this one the main control. And then this one is just going to be the plane axis. So now we are going to start chaining the whole rig. Okay, so this rig was done with a constraint. So you get in-depth understanding about how constraints works and how you can use them as well. Now I'm gonna make sure that this sphere is at the center of the car. By doing that, what I just need to do is click on the car and then shift X now, and then 2 to bring the cursor at the origin of the tire, and then do same for other tires as well. So left click on them, shift X now, and then 2, and then left click on this other one, shift X and then 2 again, left click on this other one again, then shift S and then 2 again. So now we have the cursor at the origin here. So what we'll do now is select this sphere now, and then shift X now, and then 8. So what this is doing actually is now, if I select on the car and press shift X and then click 2, it's gonna bring the cursor to the origin. And then now if I click Shift S again, I'm click 8 now, it's now going to bring the object to the cursor. Very, very easy. So now I'm gonna do same for this one again. Shift X now and then 2 and then click on the sphere and then you Shift X and then 8. So we'll do same for this one again. Click on it, Shift X and then 2 and then click on the sphere, Shift X and then 8. So now we'll have that one at the center as well. We'll click on the tire as well, Shift X and then 2 and then click on the sphere again, Shift X now and then 8. So everything is now centered now. So now let's start adding a child of constraint to the car wheels. Like I told you guys, we're not going to be parenting, we're going to be using constraint. So now we'll head over to the constraint tab here, this one that has some kind of a 2 wheels chain. Okay, now I'm going to add a child of constraint, which is this one now. So I'm going to add a child of constraint. So now I'm going to take the target of this child of constraint I added to this tire to the tire control there. So I'm going to add it there. So I'm going to do same for the 4 tires. So click on this other tire, add a constraint as well, child of constraint, take the eyedropper and then the tire control of this one as well. So we'll do same for this one as well. So click on this one, add a constraint, child of, and then take the target to be the tire control on this one as well. So click on this one again, add child of constraint, and then take the target to be the tire control of this one now. So now all the spheres are going to control the tires now. So you see, if I move the sphere, the tire is going to move along with it. So now we want this guy plain as is. Why we added it is because we want to use it as the whole wheel control. This one is the single wheel control, and this one is going to be controlling the whole wheels, the rotation axis on the x-axis and the z-axis. By that I mean, now let's add a copy rotation first now. So copy rotation is going to do this now. So now if I select on this sphere I have here, head over to the constraint tab, add a copy rotation, and then what it's going to do is going to copy the rotation of whatever target you choose. So now we are going to choose the target of this plane axis now. So now if I rotate this plane axis, which rotate Z now, so you see the tire is now rotating with it. So what we can do now is to add this modifier now to other 4 tires. To do that, we can just copy the modifier. So we will click on this file I have here, hold Shift, click on the other sphere, and then hold Shift again, click on this other sphere, and then hold Shift again, and then click on the last sphere, which is the one that has the modifier that we've added and set the target already. So now we are now going to copy the modifier now. So you see it here now, the copy rotation modifier. So I will click on this arrow that is pointing downward now, and then you see copy selected. So what it's going to do is it's going to take this constraint and then copy it to other sphere I have there. So now if I try to rotate this plane axis now, it's going to rotate the whole 4 tires. But then I only want the front one to be rotating on the Z axis. This back one, I want them to only rotate on the X axis. So I will click on the sphere now, and then on the copy rotation constraint options here, you can see where the root axis. So I'm going to uncheck that of Z and that of Y. So I just have only X axis, and that is what is going to move for this one now. It's going to move only the X axis for this tire now. So now we'll do same for this other side of the back tire. So we are going to uncheck Z and Y as well. So now for the one of the front, we are going to uncheck that of Y, because we don't want the tires to be rotating on the Y axis. Look at it. I don't want the tire to be doing this way. So I will uncheck that of Y. I'll click on the sphere I have there and then uncheck that of Y now. So now we can now tilt and then get our tires tilting by rotating the plane axis. So now this is the main controller. We'll have to change everything to this main control. That means we'll add a child of constraint to everything and then take the target to be this guy now. So how do we do that? Let's start with one single sphere now. So let's click on this sphere now to add another thing about this constraint. You can add a lot of them. So you can see I have another option to add another one. So I have options to add another constraint. So now I'm going to add a child of constraints now. So now we are going to scroll down to where the child of constraint is and then take the target to be this main controller now. We've done that now. So what we are going to do now, the same copy to selected we did for the other ones when we are trying to copy to this plane axis, we are also going to do it with all these other object I have here and empty. So what I will do is I will select this empty here, hold Shift, select this other empty, hold Shift, select this other empty, hold Shift, select the plane axis empty, because I still want the main control to control this plane axis, because it has to control. This is the one that will move and then it will give us. This one only tilts the tire, but this is the main controller. So I'll hold shift and click on this one again now. So now this is the one I have to click last. It has to be the active element, the one that has the constraint. So now we are now going to click on the arrow pointing down, then copy to selected. So now this is now the main control now. So it moves everything now. So now the body as well, we need to add a child of and then make this main control as a target as well. So everything will move with it. So add a child of target the main control. So this main control will move the body, the tire, and everything. So now if we tweak this guy, we now have an extra control to kind of tilt our front tires. And then if we try to tilt this one now, arrow and then see, you see that the front tires are also going to tilt with it as well. So that is really great for a car rig like this. So Control Z now. So what we want to do is we want to make the tires to be rotating as this guy is also moving. So if we try to move this now on the Y axis, you can see that the tires are not rotating. So that is another reason we added this plane axis, so that the tires are going to rotate as this guy is moving. So to do that, we just need to add a driver. So how a driver works, it takes the value of any axis that is increasing and then use it to increase the axis that you are driving it with. So by that I mean now, so if I head over to the object data properties and I want to drive the x-axis of this plane axis I have here now, so on the x-axis, what I just need to do is right click now, head over to add driver, and then you are going to see options here. So what I will do on the object, the variable we want to use is the variable, the y variable of this main controller. So we'll just take our eyedropper and then pick this main controller as our variable. So now if I right click again on edit and head over to edit driver, you can now see the variable now is now the main control object, which is using as variable. So now we'll change the location to y, and then when I move this guy now, it's now going to move this guy. But now it's going clockwise. I want it to go counterclockwise. So to do that is very simple. Right click now and head over to edit driver again. Change the var expression. Just add a minus sign now, and it's going to change the rotation to clockwise. So now if I try to move this guy, it's going to move clockwise. So you see it's moving clockwise. So what we just need to do is add our keyframes now, and then our animation is ready. So we'll head over to the animation workspace and then take to 0, and then I to add a keyframe. We can add location and rotation, and then take our timeline to probably 100, G to grab, and then Y, and then push it forward somewhere here. Then add another keyframe I, and then location and rotation. So if we take this back now and then watch what our animation is going to be. So if I play it, it's going to give us this animation. So guys, here is the final output here now. So this is what it looks like. So now we can customize and then tilt, and depending on the kind of animation we want, we're going to get something really great. So it's very customizable. So thanks for watching this awesome tutorial. So I hope this tutorial helps you with constraints, helps you on how to create a custom rig, and more on that. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, all the whole buttons there, hit, and then don't forget to share this video as well if you did learn something. Okay, so thanks for watching. See you on my next video.